footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, breaking down an AFC wildcard preview between Pittsburgh and Denver. Now let's take a look at the offensive game plan for the Steelers in this matchup. Huge blow to the Steelers' ground game by losing Rashard Mendenhall to a torn ACL. So you have to look at how they can compensate. They have a bunch of backs back there. They have Dwyer that they may activate. They have Redmond, that's a solid back, good power back. They also have Moel DeMore, a guy that can catch the football out of the backfield. You have to be able to utilize all backs to help Ben Roethlisberger ease into the game, because you don't want to put him in a situation where he's back to pass a lot during this game, due to the fact that the Broncos do have some excellent edge rushers. Now in the passing game, you want to make sure you attack Denver's safeties. They always get caught looking in the backfield. They hesitate in coverage. Guys like Quentin Carter, who serves as a double agent for the Broncos, always gets caught looking in the backfield, always bites on double moves, and he can't cover layered routes. So if you cross his face with the in route and send a post behind it, it's going to be a touchdown. So take advantage of the safeties. Now you look at the defensive game plan for Pittsburgh. When defending the option attack or the spread attack of the Denver Broncos, it's all about setting the edge. If you can set the edge on the ground, as far as keeping Tim Tebow tackle to tackle, guard to guard, you can have some success. And so that's going to fall on Woodley and also Harrison. They have to make sure they own the tackles, own the tight ends at the line of scrimmage. In the passing game, man up on these wide receivers. Ike Taylor should have made the Pro Bowl. They're going to have to man up, tight coverage, and force these guys to go outside. Don't give up inside release, because the sideline is your friend. When you're facing a quarterback like Tim Tebow, you're going to force him to be an accurate passer for each and every pass if he has to go to the outside. You don't want to give him a big window as far as throwing those slants or those stop routes or those in routes, because they can do a lot of damage to your defensive coverage. Now let's take a look at the Denver Broncos offensive game plan in this matchup. When you look at what Denver does well, they run the football. In order to help out a quarterback like Tim Tebow, balance is the key. You have to open up the playbook in the passing game. If you go back to the film at Florida, when the Florida Gators were winning championships, they ran balanced offense. They ran some spread, they ran some draw, some option, but they also threw the ball as well. Tebow does a great job of getting into rhythm. You can't make every pass be vital by holding the passing plays in your pocket until the third and fourth quarter when you need him to make a pass. That's not good football. Now you look at where they can attack the Steelers defense in the passing game. They can attack the short to intermediate route. You want to use your passing game as an extension to your run. The short pass kills the 3-4 defense because it forces those outside rushers to be coverage guys instead of rushers. Duh. Now let's look at the defensive game plan for the Broncos in this matchup. The Broncos have to attack the Pittsburgh Steelers downhill. I'm going to guess Pittsburgh is not going to lean on the ground game. So Denver can play the run on the way to the quarterback. The blitzing has to come from within. Roethlisberger is about 75 to 80%. He's not mobile like he used to be, so you can get pressure on him. He won't be able to escape, and that's how you stop what Pittsburgh wants to do. Play the run on the way to the quarterback. Also defensively, you want to make sure the safeties do not get caught looking in the backfield. You have to stay deeper than the deepest guy by position. You have to make sure they don't run those layer routes. You jump the intermediate route. Let the linebackers take those intermediate routes, cut underneath those, and that all falls on communication. So you have to communicate with one another from every level of the field. Now this is a huge game. Big game. X factors in this matchup for the Steelers has to be safety, a tight end play. Heath Miller should have a huge day against the safeties of the Denver Broncos, so look for him to be a huge X factor in this ball game. X factor for Denver has to be the outside rushers. Von Miller has to get to the quarterback. Dumerville has to get to the quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger is not 100%. That's a huge, huge advantage for the Broncos. Big game again, guys. Playoff matchup. Pittsburgh without their key cog. Denver is coming in off a 3-game losing streak. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to rely strictly on their defense to make plays. Offensively, they have just enough in the passing game to attack the safeties to put the Broncos away. I think this game will be close, but I think Pittsburgh's defense comes up with a huge stop at the end. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Follow me on Twitter at FBallGamePlan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.